As parents, one of our biggest hopes for our children is for them to grow up to reach their greatest potential. We pray for their health, their happiness, and for them to one day go off to conquer the world on their own. In 2014, that hope for our son Zach was shattered. After years of unanswered questions and watching our bright-eyed boy decline physically and cognitively, we heard the words Charcot Marie Tooth for the very first time. We were devastated to learn about this progressive disease that had no treatments or cure. That explained the reason for Zach's vision loss, awkward balance, his dropped feet, atrophied hands, and frequent falls. After picking our hearts back off the floor, we made the decision to fight. We dove headfirst into research looking for as many answers as we could find. That was when we came across the Hereditary Neuropathy Foundation. After feeling alone for so many years, we finally found a safe haven with families who could relate to our story and who would take the mission of finding cures into their own hands. We were connected with top CMT specialists, bracing experts, and researchers like Robert Burgess at Jackson Lab, Stephen Gray at University Texas Southwestern, and Mario Saporta at the University of Miami, who are all working diligently with H&F to develop a therapy for Zach's type of CMT6 and many others. We were re-energized with hope by watching Zach's perseverance each step of the way, which inspired us to keep moving forward with community fundraisers, participation in the Special Olympics, and even high school and college basketball and football tournaments. Despite being legally blind, Zach was still amazing with his three-point shots from across the court. It was clear that his peers and coaches felt the same way about him as he did for them. But in February 2019, one of our biggest fears came true. Zach came down with the flu, which can be significantly dangerous for individuals with CMT6. We soon learned that Zach had Leigh syndrome, which shares the same gene as CMT6, but Leigh syndrome presents more severely. Zach was hospitalized for 8 weeks, including 12 days in the ICU. The weeks felt like years as we watched him fight for his life. Each new infection took more out of him, and when he finally came through, it was clear he'd never be the same. Zach had to relearn to walk, talk, and feed himself all over again, and his muscles had suffered years of atrophy in just a few short weeks. But just like Zach, we refuse to give up. We are more determined than ever to champion the vital research needed to develop life-saving treatments for Zach and millions of others living with CMT. The discoveries the Hereditary Neuropathy Foundation makes serves not only to CMT6 and the Leigh syndrome disease, but it also opens up doors for so many other mitochondrial diseases. These devastating diseases can happen to any family, just like it did ours. On behalf of our fighter, Zach, and all the other families, we are hoping and praying for their children to reach their greatest potential, and we ask that you join us in our mission to accelerate the research taking place by H&F and in the studies that will one day provide the answers we all have been searching for.
For your determination, Zach, and your involvement in football, in baseball, and in basketball, for being such an inspiration to all these young men behind you, and the cheerleaders as well. This is a proclamation for you on behalf of the 55th State Senate District and the 311,000 people that I represent. Part of this proclamation says the Gutierrez family has worked to improve the lives of others in their community by setting goals to identify and support other patients and families who are afflicted by CMT type 6, while continuing to support research of the disease. And this is on behalf of the New York State Senate. It's a pleasure to present this to you, Zach. Good luck to you and your family.